Hello and welcome to Staying Safe While Working in the Community, Module 10. Module 10 is going to discuss safe driving. As you know, there is 11 modules in the Staying Safe While Working in the Community, and this is module number 10. We're going to talk a little bit about some background information and then staff employee strategies while driving. So let's, the first thing we're going to do is show a video.
Hey, Mr. Hall, it's Lucy from Universal Healthcare. I know, I'm sorry, I'm running late. Yes, I have your medication. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay, see you soon.
Provincial government has already dedicated $15 billion for immediate relief and evacuation and sourcing like income and housing. As well as together evacuation centers like this. Only 14 degrees. It's 11 right now in downtown Vancouver, 9 in Nanaimo, and 7 degrees in Whistler. On the road, it's been a pretty good listening Tuesday morning. No celebration.
If you take your eyes off the road for just 3 seconds, at 50 kilometers an hour, you will travel almost 42 meters. A lot can change in that distance. When you're behind the wheel, driving is your only job.
So when we take a look at that video, it's just a reminder of what we're challenged with all day when we're out there working in the community. And I know many organizations now have BlackBerries that they have, and it's how do we do the work in the community, and we rely on those devices but not let them be a distraction. And phones get a lot of bad press for distracting people, and they do distract. But there's many other things that distract us in the car. I know a lot of people that are working out in the communities, they're eating their lunches, having their coffee, reading, maybe trying to figure out where they're going, following directions. So all those things we have to be mindful of and understand that it can lead to distractions. So from your agency's perspective, they should develop specific transportation and driving policies and procedures and driving practices to make sure that all staff are informed about them. And we know in Nova Scotia the law is hands-free, but some organizations may not just even agree with hands-free and say, you know what, you shouldn't be talking on the phone at all. And there's more and more studies showing that even though hands-free is the legislation, talking on the phone, and studies have shown it is different from talking to someone in your car. So you may not agree or you may agree or disagree with that, but that's what some of the studies are showing, and your agency policy is what you need to follow. So driver safety orientation and training should provide all workers with who are required to drive as part of their work assignment. So one of the things we often think about is, is the car in good working condition? One of the things when we talk about tires, we say, do you have winter tires on? And we all know when that first snowfall falls, sometimes we're caught not prepared. So a standard and consistent process and procedures should be used to report all motor vehicle accidents and close calls. And that's important to share that, obviously the accidents, but the close calls, because if there's something has changed and as seasons change and potholes arrive on our roads, or if construction's happening or new development that causes unsafe conditions or things that people need to be aware of, then we want to share that through the organization. Driving records should be maintained and reviewed as part of the overall driving performance, so maintain a good standard of driving. So some of the things for employees and staff strategies is, you know, your tank of gas should always be at least half full, especially in the winter months where you might get stranded and you may have to run the car to keep you warm until you get some other help. Tires should always be maintained in good conditions and appropriate for the driving conditions. So we often hear about that in winter driving, that, you know, some people are comfortable with all seasons, but there's a lot of country roads and back roads in Nova Scotia that I think I would probably prefer good winter tires. So also regular maintenance of your vehicle, which means checking the fuel and the fluids, tire pressure. People underestimate how important tire pressure is. Your tire pressure can just be off a little but have serious consequences on how your car may handle. Windshield wipers, that they're working and functional, and you're not trying to, when you have a bad windshield wiper, it's just like putting a blindfold on, you know, you can't see. Your lights all working properly, your battery in good condition, that you have a current safety inspection. In Nova Scotia now, you only have to have a safety inspection every 2 years, and that's good, I guess, in some respects, but really things happen to the vehicle over a course of a 1-year period, not a long 2 years. So make sure that you are having it checked on a regular basis, even if it's not a formal safety inspection, to make sure you have everything you need. And then have the appropriate insurance coverage on your car that's required for the job that you're about to do. Keep a map in your car, and I know that may sound a little old-fashioned because we're so used to GPS and maps on our phones, but it's really good to have that map to give you that bigger outlook, because sometimes, you know, the GPS only shows you so much and kind of where you're going, and sometimes you need that more global picture, especially if you're not familiar with the area. Use a GPS with the understanding that there can be errors with those, but I find that very comforting when I'm going to a new place. The GPS is telling me sort of where to go, getting me ready to turn, so I'm better prepared. And always park in a well-lit area and park where there's lots of space that you can get in and out of very easily. And all drivers who are going to be working need to make sure they have good safe driving practices, which is wearing a seatbelt, avoiding driving distractions, and maintaining a safe distance between the vehicle ahead. And those are just some good defensive driving strategies to use. This is the end of our short talk on safe driving. Now that you've completed Module 10, you can complete the forms and the questions and move on to Module 11, which is the last of the 11 modules. Thank you.